We have now interrupted your regularly scheduled programming to bring you.
All right, so welcome to a special edition of the Warheads. I'm Apocalypto Joe.
And I'm Roscoe.
And we came here today because the actor Michael K. Williams passed away today. Just to give a brief synopsis of his career, Michael K. Williams was an American actor. He played Omar Little on the HBO drama series The Wire. He also played Albert Chalky White on the HBO series Boardwalk Empire. He was also acclaimed for his role as Jack G, husband of Bessie Smith in the HBO film biopic Bessie. Actor Michael K. Williams was born in Flatbush, New York, November 22nd, 1966, and he passed away on September 6th, 2021. And before we get started, I wanted to read the article or part of the article from the New York Post that talks about his death. It says, The Wire actor Michael K. Williams found dead in his New York City apartment. The Wire actor Michael K. Williams was found dead of a suspected heroin overdose in his Brooklyn penthouse Monday afternoon, law enforcement sources told the Post. Williams, 54, was discovered face down and unconscious in his dining room of his luxury Williamsburg pad with what appeared to be heroin in the kitchen on the table, sources said. It said Williams, who had talked openly about his past struggles with drugs, was pronounced dead by authorities at 2:12 p.m. Sources said, adding that it appeared the TV star had fatally OD'd. It was unclear how long the actor may have been dead. No foul play was indicated, a police source said. No forced entry. The apartment was in order. One of the acclaimed actor's nephews talked to him Friday, and Williams was supposed to show up to something Saturday, but never made it, sources said. A nephew then went to Williams' home Monday, and someone called the cops to the address of 440 Kent Avenue just before 2 p.m., saying there was a man who was unresponsive and feels cold, sources said. So that being the case, Roscoe, I just wanted to celebrate his life and his film, not so much focus on his death and the alleged causes behind his death, but
Right.
What are some of your fond memories of Michael K. Williams as an actor?
Well, that's first of all, rest in peace to this dude. You know, it's tragic to hear about his passing. You know, sudden because you know, you don't expect somebody who's this young, you know, to be passing. But yeah, just as an actor, some of the things I remember. I think that I'm not sure if that movie Bessie that you mentioned. I know I remember one movie where it was him and Macy Gray were a part of the cast, and that may be that movie. So that was actually a good movie. Of course, we all know him for Omar and that role, a role that I think, well, I'm pretty sure it's consensus that, you know, one of the more iconic roles to ever come from any TV series, movie or whatever, you know, but yeah, there was that. I'm sure he helped out a lot of people. You know, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think even during the Wire days, I think he pulled the young lady that played Snoop. Well, her real name is Snoop, nickname, but pulled her into that mix. You know, so she could benefit from that. But yeah, just remembering that. Of course, DMX had just passed, crazy enough, and he's somebody who, when they paid tribute to DMX, because just like him, he's somebody who openly dealt with the struggles of drugs and that. So when they were paying the tribute to DMX. He was actually the guy that was on stage performing DMX's songs, and brought a lot of energy with that. Very emotional to see that, So I just think about a lot of those things. His contributions to movies. I remember seeing him in a few interviews and remembering how eloquent he came across. He definitely didn't seem like just some normal dude, who just kind of came into the business and got lucky. So it's just sad to think about, like, somebody who has so much to offer, and now we don't have them anymore. So
Right. Yeah, as I think about roles that, as we celebrate his life, he played the slave Robert as him and Chittaway Ejiofor were making their plans to escape in the movie 12 Years a Slave.
I forgot about that.
I think about him as Chalky White, the hustler, the Atlantic City hustler on the HBO show Boardwalk Empire. I used to love watching that show. I always thought his character had a layer of depth that was needed. He didn't have a big prominent role, but he was prominent enough for the show to like kind of show the inner workings of the Black community with him and the Dr. Narcisse character played by Jeffrey Wright, and they're interchanging energies and going back and forth. Really good show, but more than anything, he was on what is arguably the best crime drama, even the best television show in the history of television, which was The Wire, as he played the stick-up man, Omar Little. I think of some of the iconic scenes in that movie, between him and Stringer Bell and the Barksdale crew and even Marlowe's crew, and even with him and Brother Mouzone, and, the scene when they finally kill Stringer Bell, and even his iconic whistle. These are all the things that I think about when I think about the actor, and, how he gave so much depth to that role. One of those actors that will truly be missed. And you're right. When I think about that DMX performance, he gave so much power and energy in that performance, almost embodying the rapper, if you will.
Yes.
And so, there were other things that he was in. I know he played in Leonard and Hap, or Hap and Leonard, I'm sorry, the TV show where he played Leonard. Just a whole plethora of television roles and movie roles that I think will stand the test of time where cinematography is concerned. But that's what I have to say as far as the way that he died. All I'll say is this, check on your people. We're all going through things. We are living in strange times, hard times, difficult times, hard to deal with. Love one another, share as much love and support, learn to trust and be trustworthy. And that way we won't have to have so much self-medication. But I know it's difficult, and I don't want to focus on the cause of his death, but more so to celebrate his life.
Yeah, I agree. We'll let everybody else who's going to end up covering this story talk about, all the alleged things attached to, his death and all that. But yeah, we'll have enough time for all that, But yeah, like you said, just taking time to remember this guy for who he was and what he brought. When we think of all, like you said, all of the roles that he played in, but when everybody, everybody's going to think of Omar when they think of this guy, first and foremost. And that is a very strong testament to just how impactful that character was. You know what I mean? And this is a show that's what, like a decade and a half old. And still to this day, and probably for no telling how long, this character will be discussed, broken down. It's such a layered character, just this one, you know what I mean? So many different elements to him. So to think that he was responsible for that and we won't have that anymore, you know, that potential around anymore. It's like you know, when Heath Ledger or somebody like that, somebody with so much potential to do so many great things on the screen. And now, yeah, you know, it's the end of that. But greatness never goes away as long as we have film and, you know, TV appearances from him that we can go back to. He'll be an immortal, man.
Through that. So that being said, just want to give a shout out to Michael K. Williams, his family and friends. You know, our hearts go out to you guys as you deal with this time of loss. He was a true icon. Warheads out.